Hey, I'm Paul Bollenback, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to use chord shapes to help your soloing. That one. You may recognize that chord progression as Kurt Weill's Speak Low. Um, and if you didn't, that's okay, because we're going to get into this. We got a little time. One of the things that I was trying to do is to stick with a few basic chord shapes to go through the chord progression, and then basing my lines off of these chord shapes, which is why you heard me play a line, and then a chord, or sometimes a chord and then a line, and you can see how they kind of fit together, hopefully, just even visually as you're watching. So I'm going to talk about how to go about this, how to practice this, what to work on, and to a certain extent what I'm thinking when I'm doing it, which hopefully will help you to do it better. So the tune, the changes, speak low when you speak low. Right. My singing, right? Simple G minor, C, A minor, D7, E flat minor, E flat dominant, B flat minor, E flat dominant, then A, D, G minor, C, and then here I used to turn around, B flat, A minor, D, to get me back into G minor. So that's the A section, basically, in a nutshell. That you could play many choruses, one after the other, just using this very simple scheme in terms of a layout for where you're going to play. And it's like your little sandbox, in a way, what you're going to play in. Now, somebody's going to say, yeah, but man, the chords are G minor, C9, G minor, C9, G minor, C9. Well, yeah, and really, if you want to be specific about it, you could think your C913 like this. Easy enough to grab, right? But I tend to think of the whole thing as being G minor. When you have this going on, back and forth a bunch of times, I mean, there's not that much of a difference, because directionally, until it decides it's going to go and resolve somewhere, this C7 is basically functioning in similar capacity as a G minor. G minor, A minor, B flat, it's basically all fits on G minor. So it's all those kinds of shapes. And then, if you remember, my next chord that I played was this guy. And I was thinking, here's the song. It's actually the melody note in the song. A minor D is what happens at that point. Well, you can kind of guess what I'm going to say. Well, you could play basically the same stuff, and it's, for all practical purposes, true. You are going to run into a little bit of an issue because it's in the key of F. You might have some slightly different tonal approaches to this, which I'll talk about in a second. But if I'm going from this chord, now I'm thinking for A minor, this is kind of what's there. Now if I choose Dorian, it's the same A minor 9, A minor 7, A minor 11, is what I had here. The only thing I would suggest when you look at this is to be a little careful in your note choices, because you have, this is the key of F. Even though it's G, the parent is key of F. B flat and F are important notes. This is the 7th. It's the 3rd of this chord. It's the root in the key. So if I go to A Dorian. So let's get to this. So my path is going to be this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple. A minor. D. Try not to rush. Second A. This one. Remember that one? That's kind of also getting the melody in there. This one.